Proceed more cautiously if you drop it. Are you even capable of covering the cost? The investor's words cut through the gala's murmur, icy and piercing, as Olivia placed a wine glass on the table. Chuckles spread nearby, the sort that bites because it dismisses you as insignificant. At Ada 24, a solo mother, her simple black attire draped loosely over her slender build, no cosmetics on her face, her brunette locks tied in a basic ponytail. The seven-star New York hotel shimmered around her. Crystal chandeliers, cascading illumination, polished marble surfaces reflecting every opulent detail that shouted affluence. On the table lay a contract for a merger worth billions, surrounded by tycoons, attorneys, and investors, all radiating the assurance born of dominance. Olivia's role was merely to serve beverages and fade into the background. Yet, when her gaze landed on the document, she halted. She inched nearer, murmuring just audibly, "Avoid signing that." In that instant, the host, billionaire, Richard Hargrove, took an action that hushed the entire gathering. Olivia appeared out of place in their realm. Her allure was subtle, unrefined. Gentle brown eyes that sought no spotlight. Movements that were cautious yet confident. Raised in one of the nation's richest households, she'd been trained in poise and composure. But no one could tell. No luxury garments, no ostentatious accessories, only a modest uniform and a serving tray. Guests viewed her as destitute, an intruder. They condemned her for it. Their remarks were biting and offhand, like dismissing an insect. But Olivia was far from unseen. She never had been. And when they overstepped, her reply came not in combat, but a solitary phrase, serene and measured, that halted them abruptly. The event was an ocean of self-importance, each attendee vying to eclipse the others. The investor who'd barked at her, a guy with gelled hair and a timepiece worth years of her child's childcare, reclined in his seat, grinning smugly. "Watch it, darling," he declared, ensuring the table heard. "Shatter a glass, and you'll scrub plates for 10 years. The lady beside him, in a crimson gown, oozing wealth, twisted her lips in false grin, contributing, "How absurd for a server to hover near tycoons' seats." Another man, sporting a slim mustache and whiny pitch, joined in, "She likely hasn't a clue what a merger entails." The group erupted in harsh, rehearsed mirth. Olivia continued serving, her grip firm. Expression neutral. She owed them no justification. Shifting to the adjacent table, a youthful lady in a sparkling golden dress bent toward her companion, speaking loudly on purpose. "Check her footwear," she remarked, feigning sympathy. "They're nearly disintegrating. Borrowed from the kitchen crew, perhaps." Her companion, a fellow with groomed facial hair and arrogant smile, snickered, likely. "Wager she's scavenging scraps for supper." The insult struck like a smack, yet Olivia pressed on. She straightened a cloth napkin, her actions exact and intentional, as though steadying herself amid their venom. Nearby attendees glanced over, eyes sparkling with entertainment, anticipating her breakdown. She refused. She simply retrieved a vacant glass and proceeded, her quietude outshouting their glee. "Hey, if this resonates deeply, those instances of being belittled, diminished, could you help me out? Pull out your device, tap, like, drop a note underneath, and follow the channel. That's how we sustain these tales, linking with others who've endured the same bite." All right, onward we go. The document on the table dominated the evening. Trillions in value. Whole corporations bound in several sheets of dense legalese. Richard Hargrove presided at the head, his silver beard neatly groomed, gaze impenetrable. He commanded attention without volume. The space thrummed with eagerness. This alliance, was their jackpot, a pact to etch their legacies in fortune's annals. Olivia's task was to maintain the wine supply, remain unobtrusive. But while topping off a flute, her sight darted to the papers. Her inhale hitched. She spotted it. A backdoor acquisition provision hidden in the jargon. Her deceased dad, Professor Daniel Carter, had ingrained it in her long before. It's a snare, he'd warned gravely from his messy workspace with her as a child. Appears benign, but it'll hollow a firm in weeks. Her father was an economics icon, courted by financial giants for counsel. He'd passed at her age 16, bequeathing her and her mother only his volumes and scribbled memos. She devoured them all, every line etched into her core. Thus, she recognized that provision would eviscerate Hargrove's domain in a month. She acted without delay. Advancing with tray and grasp, she breathed to Hargrove, refrained from signing. The space burst into guffaws. As if she'd clumsily doused wine intentionally, the attorney, bespectacled with a biting wit, advanced. "Who do you presume to be, interrupting a tycoon?" His tone oozed scorn as chuckles amplified. A lady with quarter-sized diamond studs tilted to her partner, projecting. She fancies herself in a fable, rescuing the moment. Her cackle shrill and fragile. Next she'll advise on equities trading. The gentleman adjacent, cufflinks glinting beneath lights, wagged his head pitiful, merely craving notice. Olivia's chin firmed briefly, but she persisted, placing another flute. Their barbs weighed on her, yet she held firm. She locked eyes with Hargrove momentarily, and he refrained from mirth. He observed her, digits drumming softly on the surface as if anticipating. The exec with neck gold chain huffed. "This is adult affairs. Return to serving." The crimson-gowned woman chortled so forcefully it echoed off walls. "She binges films excessively." Murmurs escalated, casting Olivia as ridicule. Someone signaled the supervisor, a lanky man with anxious grin, to remove her. The boss scurried over, cheeks flushed, whispering, "Olivia, what's this? You're causing disruption." She ignored him. Her focus fixed on Hargrove, now viewing her new, head angled curiously. At a close table, a pinstriped, suited man, flushed from excess liquor, hailed Olivia passing. "Hey, cutie." Confined to drink pouring. Delegate major calls to those who fit here. His group burst in titters, a sleek, bobbed woman appending frankly, mortifying, pretending elite status. Olivia's digits halted on a bottle, joints paling momentarily. She stayed silent, but inclined her head, meeting his stare. "Do you invariably condemn the unfamiliar?" Her tone gentle yet firm. The table stilled, his grin wavering. She pivoted, fluid as if muting a ego swarm. Olivia's grasp clenched the tray, but her speech remained even. She indicated the papers, digit unwavering. Full parent entity asset shift in 30 days. Mirth ceased. The slim, mustached investor leafed pages, digit quivering on text. His complexion drained, unthinkable. He grumbled. An elder man, gravelly voiced, peered over, narrowing eyes. The space hung with whispers, atmosphere altering. No more chuckles. The attorney adjusted spectacles and sneered, "Literacy isn't comprehension. This is a rare gem." His manner like chastising an interrupting child. As buzz intensified, a silver-gowned lady, tone saccharine with mock benevolence, inclined to Olivia. "Darling, you're beyond your league. Allow experts to manage." She beamed, but gaze icy, challenging further defiance. Olivia stood unflinching. She lowered her tray deliberately, eyeing the lady. "If you're expert, why overlook it?" The query lingered, keen and subdued, like a knife through fabric. The lady's grin solidified, room's vibe rippling unease as looks exchanged. The rival CEO, square, jawed with infrequent blinks, interjected, ignore a server's fabrications. He grinned, reclining, if brilliant, why not Wall Street over table scrubbing? Space roared laughter, regaining poise. Hargrove stayed mirthless. He fixated on Olivia, digits on papers. The boss seized her arm lightly, tugging. You're finished, he snarled. Olivia rooted, gaze on papers, then Hargrove. Then, a fellow server collided, tilting one flute on her tray. It held, but clatter drew stares. A garish, tied, boisterous man guffawed. Can't manage a tray. Yet posing as exec attorney. Space tittered, but thinly, uncertain. Olivia stabilized the flute single-handed, expression blank. She placed tray aside, faced papers, voice piercing din, page 47, line 12. Examine. Her words gentle, but struck like a hammer. Slim, mustached investor fumbled for page, digits clumsy. Space inhaled collectively. As Space wrestled her claim, a pearl-clutched woman, tone venomous, bent to companion, likely parroting eavesdrop bits. Impossible for her type to grasp corporate rules. Her partner, ponytail slicked, agreed wager angling for Hargrove gratuity. Their cackles sharp, wounding. Olivia's palm halted mid, napkin adjust, digits lingering fabric. She avoided turning, but posture straightened subtly, indicating absorption. She advanced to next table, steps deliberate, refilling a flute with exactitude akin to defiance infusion. Space's glee wavered, sensing shift. Tension dense, pre-storm air. Olivia delved into apron, extracting aged, softened folded paper. She placed it beside contract. Space muted. Her father's script, tidy, angled, distinct. Equation, illustration, alert never endorse with clause XY. Bottom, Professor Daniel Carter's sign. A sharp, cheekboned, pearl, necklaced investor inhaled sharply. Heavens, Professor Carter. She'd collaborated once on a rescue deal. Her tone quavered, announcing. Quiet shattered. Gray-suited man, impatient-edged, snapped mere fluke. Proof against forgery. Slim, mustached investor pounded table. Cease! Delaying for a server. Space devolved into uproar, voices clashing, some urging advance, others murmuring clause. Olivia remained, palms faintly shaking, but gaze firm on Hargrove. Then, room's edge, bun-haired, clipboard, holding Hargrove aid advanced, pallid. Silent till now, she murmured I. Noted that provision too. Correct. Space pivoted, astonished, as if overlooking her presence. Amid debate, booming, voiced, bespoke, Tuxman rose, jabbing at Olivia, ludicrous. Pausing $1 billion pack for her. Cheeks crimson, digit thrusting. She's nothing. Olivia unblinking. She lifted tray resuming, but met his eyes. Nothing spotted what I did. Her tone subdued, near tender, but waited, seating him. Space's dynamic altered, doubt crackling. Hargrove's aide gripped clipboard firmer, joints pale, yearning yet voiceless. Space fracturing, Olivia central, steadfast. Hargrove motionless, lids shut, pondering cosmos. Then silently, seized papers, rent asunder. Tear like lightning. He eyed Olivia, tone subdued yet distinct. Without your alert, my realm will have crumbled. Space deathly hushed. Attorney's specs slid nasal. Crimson-dressed woman fixated plate. Rival CEO's chin clenched, grin vanished. Several investors exited, steps echoing marble. They'd forfeited all. Yet space unfinished with Olivia. Turning to exit, loud-voiced, gouty, suited man shouted, fortunate, kid. Doesn't elevate you. Barbs to diminish. Olivia halted, palm on tray, faced him. Fortune didn't author that memo. Tone soft yet resolute, like latch securing. Man's expression soared, wordless. Space observed her departure, gait firm, chin elevated. Murmurs trailed, altered, less vicious, more doubtful, glimpsing her truly. Olivia lingered. Tray held, as space digested events. Boss nearby, near fainting. Mumbled resuming duties, but Olivia unmoved. Unfinished. Deed's gravity settling. not solely hers, but collective. Near billions spared by her. Server, solo parent laboring evenings for diapers, rent. Clearing table, navy, blazered woman, conspiratorial low, bent to companion, rumor links her to Carter. Perhaps beyond serving. Partner, ponytail slicked, arched brow what? Secret offspring. Nervous chuckles, self-assuring jest. Olivia caught, palms halting plate. Avoided turn it, but digits clenched subtly heard. Space pondered, stares prolonging. Post-gala, atmosphere changed. Some approached Olivia, tones artificially warm, erasing prior slights. Impressive, one lady stated, grin taut. But behind, whispers, pure chance. Man grumbled audibly. Slim, mustached investor scoffed, despite tycoon notice, remains server. Boss sidelined her later, tone hushed edged future, avoid guest affairs meddling. Olivia assented, but gaze remote, beyond him, event, night. Stacking dishes, sequined, dressed youth neared, grin excessively cheery, friendship auditioning. You astonished everyone. Saccharine condescension. Consider courses. Elevate yourself. Olivia lowered plate deliberately. Eyed her steadily, I am already. Tone serene, defiant. Ladies' grins stumbled, retreating, mumbling drink need. Nearby servers swapped looks, one stifling smile. Olivia resumed, but surrounding aura shifted, claiming space slice. Returned to tasks, gathering flutes, cleaning surfaces. Event concluding, space depleting, but altered. Aura, denser, night transformed acknowledged. Olivia glided softly, grips firm stacking dishes. Occasionally, glances darted her way, averted swiftly fearing detection. She required no view. Knew their thoughts. Then youthful server, near 19, neared lowly, witnessed your act, eyed, unlike them. Olivia minor nod, lips curving appreciation subtly. Then entrance. Richard Hargrove re-entered, unobtrusive, undramatic. Directly to her glass, clearing table, chair withdrawn, sit. Tone even, commanding. Olivia wavered, palms halting flute, lowered it, seated, apron knotted waist. Remaining space muted. Hargrove scanned, gaze firm steady henceforth, no longer server, my finance consultant. Gasps rang. Crimson, dressed woman fork dropped. Networking lawyer mid-phrase froze. Hargrove persisted amid avarice, truth, standards alone trustworthy. Olivia's palms quivered lap, eyes glistening, silent. Unnecessary. Space comprehended. No mere server now. Altered billions destiny. Next dawn, bus stop bound, phone vibrated alert. News, Tycoon Alliance. Stopped by mystery server. Nameless, but tail viral. She eyed screen, pocketed, expression neutral. Sidewalk passer, bag laden, halted staring, you, her? Curious kind. Olivia faint smile, continued, scuffed shoes muted pavement. World noting, but unneeded. Repercussions swift. Sneering attorney emailed Dawn. Dismissed, unexplained. Gold, chained exec awoke trending, cruelty not riches. Gala recording, his Olivia mockery viral blaze. Crimson dressed woman sponsorship axed luxury brand. Avoided single mom derider link. No vengeance. Truth aligning, scales evening. News proliferating, Olivia's phone rang unknown. Answered expecting creditor, but eager reporter. True you halted billion pact. Identity. Olivia halted, child's giggles adjacent room. Lowered phone wordless, digits grazing counter, folded apron. No world justification needed, deed done. Reporter recalled, voicemail ignored, attention on tiny grasping hand. Olivia skipped hotel returned. Hargrove team phoned Dawn. Genuine contract, salary double blink. Kitchen table seated, child asleep nearby, eyed documents. Father's age Tums shelved, spines worn. Traced one, recalling desk nights, money, power lectures. No tears. Close volume, ink contract. Months on, boardroom entered, simple gray jacket, apron absent. Slim, mustached investor pitched fresh packed. Halted at her entry. Youth rose chair offering. Space altered, not title, but her. Spoke sparingly, listened, palms table, folded. Speaking, all inclined, pens halted, focused her. Her spouse late one session. James Carter, subdued like her, effortless room, filling aura. Entered, Olivia nod, door stood. Space adjusted. Mustached investor notes, gazed. Youth pen fidgeted. Unspoken name, but known James Carter, skyline half builder. Olivia avoided his glance. Unneeded. Continue speaking. Tone firm, gaze lucid. Mockers never erased night. Lingered lost jobs, collapsed deals, trailing murmurs. Olivia ungloating. No backward gloat. Forward pressed. Daughter's hand in hers, gait confident. Quietude no frailty now. Might. Evidence. Ages back. 12-year-old Olivia and father's study book paper crammed. Grading tests, specs nasal, sliding. Live. He uttered unraised. Folks will undervalue you. Perceive desired. Permit. Truth emerges. Nodded, partial grasp, clinging words. Now boardroom standing. Sensed him in carriage, unheard command. One dusk, post, lengthy board day, daughter's daycare halted. Teacher elder, kind-eyed, past drawing, vivid crayons, sloppy heart, mom, inscribed. Olivia's digits paper, lingered, throat constricting. Bag beside father's memos, daughter's brow kissed. Teacher observed, gentle smile. Constantly mentions you. Olivia nodded, eyes luminous. Evening exited, day's burden easing slightly. Gala pivot, not finale. Olivia's existence transformed, but unchanged. Plain attire persisted, hair bound, world navigated quiet elegance. 3-year daughter post, daycare dashed, tiny palms blazer clutching. Apartment moments vital. Not boardrooms, pacts, billions. Just duo life building. Slim, mustached investor never addressed her. Losses excessive repute, sway. Attorney pivoted smaller firm, sneering clip omnipresent. Crimson, dressed woman social vanished, invites evaporated. Undramated, life's truth, emergence course. Olivia's position challenging, boardrooms gala, cutthroat, or beyond. Watch for stumble, but none. Studied, late labored, queried needfully. Hargrove confided, not lineage or sire, but knight's deed. Spotted unseen. Voiced when silence simpler. One day old photo box found, father beaming, infant her holding. Paused, digits facial tracing. Brief linger. Repocketed, daughter fetched. Life advanced her too. World attempted shatter, failed. Ground held, not rage, truth. Sufficient. For viewers stung, sidelined, judged, muted, you grasp Olivia's sensation. Not erroneous, not solitary. Persist. Your truth suffices. Viewing locale. Comment beneath. Follow for heartbreak, betrayal, ultimate mending journey.